They say to hunt a god, you must first make it angry. False suns are born in the darkness, a desperate hope to deceive the machine. And its own unrestrained fury becomes its undoing. And when the god's eye is blinded, the path for mortals is cleared. But every hunt begins with a ritual, a violent baptism of fire and steam. On this floating altar of steel, the day does not begin gently. It arrives as a summons. Here, the gods of war are chained, sleeping titans of metal and wire, waiting for the call. And these are their high priests, performing the sacred rites, ensuring every detail of the coming ceremony is perfect. This is the lightning arrow, a weapon forged not from metal, but from the enemy's own pride. The human element arrives, a mortal will, ready to commune with the machine. This is not a man entering a machine. This is a soul ascending into a second body. The electric heart begins to beat. The veins fill with the lifeblood of pure data. The world is sealed away. All that remains is the pilot, the machine, and the mission. The Thunder God clears its throat, preparing to unleash its voice upon the world. The final stage of the ritual begins. The offering is guided to the launching point. The power of the ocean, captured and compressed, is now bound to the will of the machine. A final declaration. A bond sealed between man and God. A simple gesture from a mortal hand, yet it holds the power to unleash a hurricane. The full fury of the Thunder God straining against its leash, ready to be set free. Unleashed, a man-made star sent to challenge the heavens. Every god needs a brother in arms, a shadow to share the burden of the hunt. A silent promise passes between them, a connection that transcends distance. The second roar answers the first, a duet of absolute power. The hunt is now officially underway. Two predators have taken to the sky. The two arrows become one, flying towards a shared destiny. They enter the void, a domain of silence where the enemy is everywhere and nowhere. The claws are unsheathed. The peaceful vessel has now become a weapon of war. The second hunter confirms its readiness. The pack is now armed. To hunt a dragon, you must descend into its lair. They wear the earth itself as a cloak, hiding their presence in the planet's folds and scars. The dragon sleeps. Its breath is an invisible web of energy that saturates this dead land. Every movement is a calculated risk. Every second is a breath held in anticipation. Ghosts in the land of the enemy, leaving no trace but a disturbance in the air. The suffocating silence stretches on. The hunter must listen for the beast's heartbeat. A whisper, a single digital nerve twitching in the dark. A sign of life in the electronic void. The hunter has found a trail. This is the dance of the bait. One must play the fool to attract the god's gaze. The brother becomes a shadow, a hidden dagger waiting for the perfect moment. "Look at me!" the machine screams in silence. "Turn your wrath upon me!" The god's attention focuses. Its electronic eye begins to open. The ancient machine awakens, its senses sweeping the sky, searching for the source of the disturbance. The bait dangles temptingly, an arrogant challenge the beast cannot ignore. The shadow watches the enemy's soul, seeing its anger focus, waiting for it to be completely exposed. The dragon has opened its eye, a gaze of pure, focused energy, a promise of annihilation. The mark of death. A diamond tattoo painted by an unseen hand across the sky. The lightning arrow is placed upon the bow. The telemetry is perfect. The hidden hunter rises just enough to take its aim. A gentle movement for a devastating purpose. Absolute power held in check by the surface tension of a single fingertip. The word is spoken. The spell is cast. The verdict is sent. A curse that carries no explosive charge, only a single simple command. It rides on a pillar of fire, a messenger of silence. A death sentence written across the sky in smoke and flame. It does not hunt heat or light. It hunts a voice, a ghost, a signal. The bait must continue its dance, keeping the dragon's furious gaze fixed upon it. It pierces through the veil, unwavering, unblinking, unstoppable. The hunter cannot escape the sound of its own voice. The arrow is closing in. Blinded by its own power, the god is completely unaware of the doom that approaches. The touch, a physical connection between the curse and its target. The god's eye is closed, violently, permanently. The sudden silence of a successful exorcism. But a true dragon never has only one head. From the shadows, the beast's true fury begins to stir. A spear, thrown from the very heart of the earth. A counterattack born not of strategy, but of pure, unrestrained rage. The machine screams a warning. There is no defense, only escape. Strategy is gone. This is pure instinct, a dance between a god and the javelin of another. An unforgiving predator, immune to trickery, immune to fear. The hunter seeks refuge in the planet's flesh, hoping to break the unblinking gaze. False suns are born in the darkness, a desperate hope to deceive the machine. But this hunter is smarter. It ignores the heat of the body and follows only the soul. A chaotic ballet at the edge of physics, a desperate attempt to outdance the inevitable. Human will against cold logic, the ghost in the machine versus the machine itself. A final desperate gamble, a vertical prayer to the laws of physics. The god's fury is powerful, but it is not agile. It cannot match the grace of its prey. The hunter uses the strength of the unmoving rock to defy the speed of the unthinking steel. The dragon's punch, outsmarted by its own rigidity, strikes nothing but stone. And its own unrestrained fury becomes its undoing. Death has passed by. For a moment, the hunter can breathe again. The shadow confirms the survival of its brother. The pack is still whole. But while the dragon was distracted, the hunter found its heart. The final arrow is prepared. There will be no more games. The final word is spoken, a definitive end to the conversation. This arrow knows its target. There is nowhere left to hide. The dragon's heart has been silenced. The beast is finally, truly asleep. The battle is over. Peace, bought with violence, returns to the valley. The path is clear. The true storm, the army of mortals, may now begin their advance. A quiet salute between gods, a gesture of respect for the guardians who cleared the way. Their mission is done. The silent heroes turn for home, their part in the larger story complete. Scars are the autographs of a successful hunt, a testament to survival. The hunters return to the sunset, their violent work finished for the day. In this world of steel titans and digital ghosts, technology is key. But it is courage. Wisdom and silent sacrifice. That forges a legend. No commentary. No commentary. What happens when the enemy doesn't need a radar? When it is a true ghost?